What's up, everybody? Welcome to Bios3 Raw TV. Today we're talking a little bit about Mark Loblinder's video, IFBB pros or pro bodybuilders and steroids. I had a few comments on my emails, and somebody even made a comment on one of my videos and then posted a link to Mark's video and asked me what I thought. So I watched the video and I said, okay, I'll comment on this because Mark is right, okay? And I'm not saying that because me and Mark are buddies. I'm not saying that because any bullshit at all. Mark is right. You know, a lot of people are not going to want to believe it, but a lot of the pros don't use as much as these people that are just getting into the sport. And, you know, we can go over and over again and, well, you know, how do you have proof? I've talked to several of them in person throughout the years. This is not even, you know, just recently. And it's consistent all the way across the board. Now, here's one thing that I really want to explain. First of all, this is not promoting steroids. I'm not saying anyone should use them. I'm not telling anyone to go use them. What I'm trying to do is get some of these younger kids to stop from hurting themselves, which eventually will happen. If it's not happening now, it will. These pros that are the top, that are the elite, they have access to 100% pharmaceutical grade from the pharmacy, from the big companies, drugs. And that's what they're using. Okay, they're not using this underground shit. There was a pro bodybuilder who he's top 3 in the world now. Top 3 at the Olympia. Before he was top 3 at the Olympia, he started working with a guru. Now this guru, famous guru, gets amazing results, gets guys in the top 3 at the Olympia, specifically told him if it's not in an ampule, do not take it. Only take things in ampules. So this person, when I ran into him at the gym, was like, hey, do you know anybody that's got ampule this, ampule that? And I was like, no, why? And he said, well, so-and-so said I can only take ampules. I was like, why? He goes, because it's not the underground shit that a lot of people are using. Oh, okay, interesting. So now here's one of the top gurus in the world telling one of the top 3 guys in the world, this is what you have to use. He wasn't supplying it to him, but he's telling him this is what you've got to find. None of the guys are using anything that's not like this. Now, why is that? Because if you take a shot of Sustanon 250, and I was just in Mexico, so I saw the pharmaceuticals itself in the pharmacies. One shot of Sustanon 250 from a pharmacy is like 1,000 milligrams of this underground bullshit. It is like 4 times more potent than what's in the underground, which means that the underground is 25% dosed, at best 50% dosed. When you go to get a Sustanon, it's $31 for a Sustanon in Mexico. It's like $3.50 to $6 per shot for this underground stuff. There's a reason why that price is different. You know, it's from China. Yeah, exactly. The underground shit's from China. It's not good quality. It's fucked up. Even the people brewing their shit, or the cooks, or whatever these companies are that are making it, they don't even fucking know the purity of the shit that they're using. I guarantee you they don't take, some of the powder and test it for purity before they make their products. They just dose it with what they think. You know, they really believe that if you got a kilo of this powder to make this stuff, you have pure powder. So they're thinking they're dosing it at 300 milligrams. 1 cc of 50 milligrams, so it's 100 milligrams. 2 cc's of 100 milligrams of Deca is $81 in Mexico. $81. These guys say that they're getting, 300 milligram dose of Decas for $35 a bottle in the black market. It's not real. It's just bullshit bunk gear that somebody's made in their basement or their fucking tub or something, and you're gonna get hurt. Okay? It's not legit. There's, a whole different tier between, the lower level and the upper level guys. And these lower level guys think they're taking like 5 grams a week, 6 grams a week. They're not. They're taking like 1,000 milligrams tops with all the shit they think they're taking, but it's not real. It's so underdosed that you would probably have to take 5 bottles to get 1 bottle's worth. So now, you get all these kids that are, I'm taking this, I'm taking that, and then Dorian Yates speaks out, and Kevin Levrone speaks out, and all these guys speak out about their dosages, and they go, fuck that, they're lying, that's such bullshit. Trust me, if you took what they took in those small amounts, you couldn't even fucking handle it. You would, and Mark was right. He was talking about when, they were younger, they 1 ampule. If you guys, I don't even know if I told that story, but my first cycle, 1 ampule of, it was Omnidrin from Poland, 1. I did that for 4 weeks. The 5th and 6th week, I went up to 1 ampule of Omnidrin and 1 of Primatest Depot for those 2 weeks, then back down to 1 cc for the 10 weeks, and I gained 60 pounds. 60 pounds on that little bit. And people are like, well, that's your first cycle. How many fucking first cycle guys right now have gained 60 fucking pounds on a cycle of this underground shit? That's what it was back then. So be aware, guys. Like, you know, you bitch and moan about, you know, well, I'm taking this, I'm taking that. I mean, you know, those guys must be taking so much more. You'd be absolutely fucking floored if you saw what they really took, because it's real pharmaceutical grade. They're not lying. They're telling the truth. And, you know, some of these guys that, you know, do take more, that really fuck themselves up, you can see it. Greg Kovacs, rest in peace, was known for taking shitloads of pharmaceutical grade legit gear. And look what happened to him. His body just completely morphed into something that didn't look fucking normal anymore. You know, these guys like Jay, Ronnie, Phil, Kai, these guys don't have that look, and they've been in the game a little while. Kovacs was in it for a few years and fucked himself up. That's somebody who's abusing shit to the highest level. Rest in peace. No offense, Greg. But it's a fact. You know, you can see it. You know, there's other guys who will remain nameless because they're still around. Fucked up looking guys. And they got fucked up looking really fast because they were like more. And they look fucking really strange looking really fast. Whereas opposed to the other guys, you know, I think you're seeing a lot more now where guys are getting bigger and smaller now in the offseason and not pushing as much drugs as they were 5 years ago. It's changing a little bit again because they're realizing they don't need as much as they thought they needed back then. So be aware, guys. You know, Mark's not full of shit. He's right on point. And he's got no reason to lie to you. And, you know, let's face facts. I've seen it and I've talked to them too, these guys, these pro bodybuilders. And it's the same thing across the board. Trust me, the amount that these guys would have to take in pharmaceutical drugs, if they were taking the amounts that you think they are, they would not be able to afford that because most of them don't have contracts. So you're looking at one 10-week cycle of actual pharmaceutical grade DECA at 300 milligrams a week was $3,200. Now add your testosterone to it, you're looking at about $7,000 for 10 weeks worth of a fucking cycle. Okay, that's just 2 compounds. That's not including adding actual HGH in, that's the real deal. Bios3training@gmail.com. Leave comments down below, but don't fight. www.bios3training.com is the blog, and we're the pharmaceutical grade bicep, and we're out.